numbers and the black numbers and the gold lettering and trim as well. So the Bobcats, I tell you what, they I just don't see how you could be any more happier than where you're at right now. You've got command, you got a lead. Obviously, Rector had that first drive and kind of methodically just went down there. But, man, they keep coming up with big plays, the defense does, to kind of bail out the offense. And you love to see that, man. You love to see your defense coming up like that.
Absolutely. And, Andy, I want to point out these jerseys, man, these in the helmets. They're nice. Yeah. Nice and shiny.
A little nicer than we had, isn't it, Jared?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like shiny things there. They're looking good out there.
You know, there's no saying if you feel good, you're going to play good. You feel good, you feel like you look good, you're going to play good. So maybe there's some truth to that. I don't know. But
it might help with the swag factor.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we talked a little bit about the keys to the game tonight. One of them was contain the run game of the Rector Cougars. For the most part, I feel like the Bobcats have done that, Jared.
Yeah, you know, Max Ford's had a couple instances where he's gotten wild on that touchdown. It was a pretty lengthy run play, broke a few tackles. But like you said, I feel like for the most part we've contained Max Ford. And it looks like late in the second quarter they had Parker Busey on some quarterback keep.
That's your legs. That's where your off-season comes. I'm going to tell you, if you cheated in the dark of the morning in the off-season, it'll show. It'll come out into the bright lights here at night, I promise you. So,
absolutely. And
that's where it comes in handy, I promise. So we've got an exciting ball game. The atmosphere is unreal out here. I don't know if our microphones can catch that or not. We had a field mic, but it was so loud with the bands over here close to us, we actually cut it off. But, man, it's unbelievable. If you look, Jared, down here, look all the way down the Corning Bobcat side there. That is unbelievable to me to see that many people. First of all, the stands are full. The stands are absolutely full. And then you've got people on both sides of the bar, even on the back end zone here. It looks like an event.
Absolutely.
It looks like a huge event. Now, something else that we were just told by our sideline reporter, Carson Bowser, it sounds like Mr. Dakota Wilkins, the injury we had earlier, we were very, very worried about. It sounded like he rolled his ankle. He's going to be out the rest of the game from our preliminary reports. Obviously, we wish him a quick and speedy recovery. Man, that's a huge loss. And I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally and figuratively. I'm sorry. I mean literally. I mean figuratively, too. That kid is an absolute stud down low as Rocky Flores kicks off another squibber up the middle. And it's hit by a Rector Cougar, but it's bouncing around, and they're going to jump on it. Good job by the Rector Cougars. Max Ford. We've said the black and gold are back.
Absolutely. It looks like Richard Stokes, is a little bit shaken up. He's kind of limping around on that ankle, too. He did a great job, like you said, of moving the quarterback and making him feel uncomfortable, and Jared Seelig came and just cleaned it up.
I'm okay with Jared Stokes. It was a combination of Richard Stokes and Jared Seelig. We'll call him one name. Little combo sack there. We're going to have Bo Young back to receive the punt there for the Corning Bobcats. As the Rector Cougars are looking to punt, you wouldn't think there'd be a fake here. I wouldn't imagine. By Coach Hendricks as Clayton Morgan, the senior, gets it off. It's low. Bounces. Bo Young comes to pick it up. He makes a move. Good block by Clay Smith. Coming to the near side. He makes another move. Makes another guy miss. Hang on to that ball, son, and he does. There's a flag at the end. Is it going to be a face mask? Or is it going to be a block in the back? Because both of them are pretty close. We'll see what the official says. He's going to give the word here to the head official in the white cap. Face mask on the defense, and I tell you what, the Bobcats already had good field position. Now you're going to add some more. That's huge.
That is. Let's hope the offense can capitalize here. I think putting another touchdown on the board, give them a little bit of cushion so they can, play a little bit more something in the offseason.
Absolutely. Good build for the defensive lineman there. And, boy, and you're right there beside him. I'm not sure who, maybe Ben Owens, I think that is, for the Rector Cougars. You look how small. That kid's got to be scrappy to be playing a defensive tackle at that size.
Absolutely.
You got to love that. And they look over to Trevor Poe. Trevor Poe is hollering here. Got the play in. Looks like they're going to their card here. A little confusing, though. Play clock is down to 10 seconds. They may have to call a timeout here. 8, 7, 6, and counting. They're just now getting to set 4, 3, 2. Coaches want a timeout. Is he going to get it? He does. First charge timeout to the Bobcats of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. 6:42 here in the third quarter. Your Corning Bobcats are up 16-8 over the Rector Cougars as we go through a timeout here. Again, we want to thank several of our sponsors. Mike Townsend is one of them as well. Mr. Mike Townsend is a huge supporter, not only the town of Corning, but the Corning Bobcat Athletics. Extremely kind man. Mike Townsend Farms, we appreciate your sponsorship. He's even helped out a lot with the Victory Lake Sports Complex, hauling in dirt, buying dirt for us. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Mike Townsend, for that as well. So we sure do appreciate it. Man, this is fun, Jared. I miss these. I don't know that I can fit back in my jersey back here, but if I can, I'd love to be out there. I don't know about you. Colton Ladyman, J.R. Roark. We've got Ricky Betts out there, Carson Bowser, Gage Arnold. We got several. We got a plethora of them, man.
Absolutely. Everybody's working real hard.
Baseball team just about.
Pretty much.
We may challenge another live streaming media in a softball game. We may have to do that.
Hey,
as the Rector Cougars take over first down and 10. Busey up the middle. He breaks one tackle. He breaks another one from Comstock. Actually, Comstock ended up bringing him down there. Good job by hanging onto the jersey. But I believe that's going to be a Rector first down. If not, it's going to be awful close. And, Jared, it seems like we've struggled stopping that quarterback keeper tonight up the middle.
Yeah, well, Max Ford's probably drawn a lot of attention from the linebackers and from our secondary. So, that probably opens up some holes for him to run through.
I could not agree more. You're right. You get a guy like that. And then not to forget Shannon Patterson. I think he's the X factor for this Rector Cougar team. He doesn't get talked as much about as Max Ford and Parker Busey, but I still think he's the X factor. When he goes, this team goes. No safety for Corning here, by the way. Handoff up the middle, and it's going to be sniffed out by 3 or 4 Bobcats. Ball comes out late, but I believe he was down there. Several of them, Comstock, Jared Seelig, Dylan Lane, even Richard Stokes. I'm sorry, Richard Stokes as well. Several Bobcats in there. Position goes, and you're gifting them. You're gifting them that.
Yep, that's just adding to that last play, and that short field is going to kind of turn into just a long field now if they can hold them. I
tell you, they have ran that dead tee now 2 times, or at least got the playoff twice, and have been successful. We'll see if they start. Maybe Coach Hendricks is, maybe he changes it up a little bit. Maybe they start doing that a little more as well. So it'll be really interesting to see that too. So it's really interesting to see these guys go from, splitting the wideouts 2 and 3 at a time, sometimes 4 to doing this. So really interesting. And they're going to go back to their formation with the 3 wideouts, and they're running back to the side in the shotgun. There's a snap. He's looking to pass to the right side. He's almost sacked. And that ball is completed to Max Ford on a comeback route here on the near sideline. That's a long pass, a dangerous pass, but he made it. Good job by Comstock, Dylan Lane, Clay Smith, and Bo Young. There were 4 of them over there. And that's about a 4-yard gain there. 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. This Clay County Clash. Bobcat 6, Rector 8. And it's going to be a 2nd and 6 for the Rector Cougars from the Bobcats. We like constructive criticism. I can handle it. We've got broad shoulders. We'll wear it. Y'all let us know. Well, listen, this is for the kids. We want this for the kids. They go home at night and then they watch this stuff and they let us know about it. That's everything, man. That's everything to us. And so if there's anything that we're doing wrong that you'd like to see fixed, let us know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I see Dylan Lane over there. He's trying to walk it off, but, man, he's having a hard time over there on the sideline. Bless his heart. As the Rector Cougars have a 2nd and long with 2 minutes in the clock running, 19-second play clock, 16-8 Bobcats looking to pass. It's a bubble screen, wide receiver screen. The ball pops out. It's on the ground. Are they going to call it a catch and a fumble? If they do, the Bobcats have it. And they do. Another turnover from the Rector Cougars. I tell you what, you mentioned it earlier, the bend but don't break defense comes alive again. Wow.
Turnovers are key in football right now. I don't want to speak about anything out loud, and I don't have any wood to knock on. But right now we're +3. Is that right?
Yeah, from my understanding, we're +3 right now. That's fantastic. Obviously, the defense they're making it happen. That's a tough play right there. The timing's got to be right. Your defensive end, your tight end, your wide receiver got to come out. The pass has got to be good. You got to catch it running. Give them a break. Let's get a game plan. Maybe you throw a different look at them this time. Maybe you roll Smith out, and open the field to the far side and let him find somebody to run. Give him the option. Give him the option of doing that. So. And I believe here in a minute we're going to go live to our sideline reporter, Carson Bowser. I think he's got some information for us down there. We'll be cutting live to that here in a second as they're working the cramps everywhere.
We are live here in Rector, Arkansas at the end of the start of the fourth quarter. Behind me, you see Corning Bobcats are winning 16-8. We entered the fourth quarter. It's been a tightly contested ball game here the whole game, and all we can say is go Bobcats.
All right, we're back.
Looks like that was Max Ford on the carry.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You're right. Man.
You know, the Corning keys to victory, you got to think contain the big plays here. Just make Rector dink and dunk down the field. Hopefully stop them, but don't let up any big plays. Don't let the momentum shift to this home team and this home crowd.
Yeah, you know, the clock is kind of creeping now. It's down to under 9:40 here, remaining in the fourth quarter. This drive is pretty important. 2nd and 11 here. Busey out of the shotgun. He drops the snap. It's on the ground. He picks it back up. It looks like he corralled it, but it's going to be a loss of about, 2, maybe 3 yards there. Boy, we caught a break there, and good job by the Bobcat defenders. Again, once they sniff something, they go after it, man. It's all gas, no brakes. Big 3rd down here. And I tell you what, it looked like Patterson's coming back out. He was just getting the play call from Coach Hendricks. So I thought Patterson was coming off there, but he's a speedster too out there. You got to watch him here as well. Obviously, 3rd and long here. If they don't pick up good yardage, you're gonna think they're gonna punt here. So I'd almost have a 2 safety look here on South when he plants that foot. He's ahead of steam now, I tell you. And listen, he even had a running back bump into him there, and it did not deter him. This is a senior Ladin quarterback. Big time play. Listen to the fans getting to this. And 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeper Smith at the left side. Touchdown! CHS! Put 6 on the board for the Bobcats of Corning. The black and gold have struck with 7:16 in the fourth quarter. 22-8 Bobcats.
Andy, you can probably call the New York Stock Exchange because Corning stock just went up 6 more points with another Corning Bobcat touchdown.
Hey, it's cheesy, but I love it. Give me some now. That's Absolutely. What I'm talking about right there. 22-6. We'll see if we see an extra point here. We've seen a lot of that in the scrimmage. We've seen a lot of it in practice. However, they do have their offensive personnel back out there. 22-8 here. Obviously, this is still a big play. And there goes Riley Grubb up the right side. Did he get enough? And he did. Riley Grubb somehow got low enough, kept his pad level low, and gets in there. A grit and grind type of 2-point conversion, and we'll take it. 24-8 Bobcats, 7:16 in the fourth quarter. Listen to that away crowd.
Absolutely. You know what everybody's thinking? It is time.
It's time, baby. We got a sign out there somewhere around the 30. It was grabbing the quarterback with the other, and Parker Busey's not small, folks.
You love to see those big defensive tackles or big defensive ends getting out there and making a play in open field.
Man, I love it. That was fantastic.
Showing some hustle.
Yes, sir. Chopping the feet. That's a big guy, chopping the feet now. You got to love it. Listen, these guys, they have confidence right now. You can see it. You can see it in their actions. You can see it in their demeanors. They're looking at each other. They're vocal. The sideline's vocal. The fans are vocal. They're wanting the final nail in the coffin right here with 6:33 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 2nd down and long. Looks like about 14 actually. 13 or 14. Here's a snap looking to pass. Looking to his left side. That's a stop and go route, and he catches it. The Rector Cougars caught it. Jacob Carter, he's pushed out of bounds. What a catch. Are they going to say he was out of bounds?
Yeah, he's going to signal that it's not a catch, that he was out of bounds.
Wow. I'm going to tell you what. Give Clayton Crosby credit for being there, but Jacob Carter just went up and caught that ball at its highest point with his hands, didn't let it get to his body. Look out for that again. I tell you what, I'd almost leave the safety on that side just to be safe.
Absolutely. He plucked that one right out of air. That's exactly how you want to play the ball.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. That was textbook.
If you're a basketball player at home, maybe you don't play football, rebounding, you want to rebound that ball at the highest point, and he did there. My Gutierrez makes one guy miss in the backfield, plows over another guy, chopping his feet. He's still going. Brought down finally after a good gain of 7, I'm going to say.
Yeah, it was some impressive running. You know, he was kind of dancing around on the outside, and as soon as he saw one of the defenders kind of collapse on him, he turned on the jets and just kind of truck-sticked him, ran him over, and kept going.
Absolutely.
He said, I'm strong as bulls.
Strong as you've been waiting all night to get that one in.
I have, absolutely.
I love it. We try to have fun up here if we can. Obviously, this is a fun game. Listen, it is. And man, oh man, if you're a player right now that might have thought about playing football or maybe not, maybe I'm on the fence, man, I'm telling you, it's well worth it. You can learn so much, not just about having fun, but about life out here on this gridiron. You definitely can. Clay Smith in a shotgun, 2nd and short, about 4 yards. Gutierrez with a handoff. He's not going to get much. Good patience there trying to find the hole. Just wasn't one there to run into. So,
Andy, I like what you was talking about there, but also maybe if you're a young Bobcat or a Bob Kitten, this team is doing something special, and they're creating something special on this team. And if you're watching this broadcast, then be excited to be a Bobcat in the future.
Absolutely, man. Listen, there's a clock. I tell you what, the Bobcat faithful.
Tick, tick, tick,
yes,
tick,
sir.
tick, tick,
yes,
tick.
sir. Look at them. They're all up on their feet right now.
Do you think that, if it comes out to be a Corning victory, you think they're going to storm the field?
Oh, they're not going to keep them off the field tonight. I can promise. They're not going to keep them off the field tonight. You don't have enough security here to keep them off the field tonight. I promise you that.
You might have a hard time keeping me from storming.
I'll have to hold you back because we got a post-game show to do. So, Bobcats here with 2:15 to go, and they are milking all that new 40-second play clock they can. 3rd down and 6. Misdirection. Clay Smith hangs on to it. He's still on his feet. Touchdown! C-H-S! That will be the dagger, the final nail in the coffin. 30-8 Bobcats, 2:04 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Man, oh man, Clay Smith, he is so hard to take down. You're not going to arm tackle that kid. You're just not. It's not going to happen.
You know that they put in some hard work in the offseason because this is where it pays off. 4th quarter.
Yes, sir, and that's a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's where you see the true testament of a team, the true character, if you will, of a team. Is that comes the old dead T, the sweep, and that's going to be Jacob Carter. He's looking for any kind of room he can get, but there's a swarm of Bobcat defenders there. Good sportsmanship there by Gary Comstock picking him up.
Andy, I want to talk a little bit about your involvement with this football team. I know that we have a new football coach, and he's done a great job, and he's got these players excited to be a Bobcat, but I'd say that you have a little bit to do with some of the preseason excitement. I know you're a humble guy, but I just want to openly give you some credit here for getting all this Corning Sports Report on the, get it rolling.
Listen, I appreciate that, but hey, listen, I'm just an imperfect man trying to better myself every day. It's these people out there in the crowd that supported this whole ordeal. It's these sponsors. It's you guys that came on. This is a volunteer job at the moment until next year. This equipment's so expensive. But you guys are volunteering your time. Jared, you came from Jonesboro, Arkansas to be here tonight. There's another sweep there to the right side this time. Richard Stokes. Man, when he gets those big old palms on you, you're not going anywhere. And he had 2 of them on him there, so takes him down. A gain of about 3, though, or 4 there for the Rector Cougars, setting up a 3rd down with 50 seconds and the countdown is on. 40-second play clock just started. They'll still have to play. They'll still have to snap it one more time. But, again, you guys have been awesome. That you're giving up your Friday nights as a teenager. That's not easy. That's a choice you got to make. That's not easy. And then you're telling me these guys have went through what they've went through and they still came out to do that? They had 37, 38 players on this football team this year. That's unbelievable to me. That embodies a Bobcat.
I can't agree more. I mean, today felt like 2-a-days weather.
Oh, my
Today
goodness.
felt like midsummer.
Hey, they weren't just battling the Rector Cougars tonight. They were battling Mother Nature. I'm going to tell you what, usually that cool autumn air is in the breeze during football season. It was not tonight. It was muggy. And what I love to see was Coach Hendricks down there giving those guys congratulations. That's a class act by a classy coach for the Rector Cougars. If you're a Rector fan, you got to be proud to have a guy like that at your helm. And I'm going to tell you what, that's a good ball club. Do not be surprised if they're fighting in a four, maybe even 5-way fight for that 3-2A conference this year. This has been an absolute blast for all of us. I don't know how long our cameras can hold up to stay here and I don't know if you want us to stay here, but we're going to go down and congratulate these kids. We want to hug them, and it may take me all night, and I may be hot and sweaty, but I'm going to hug every single one of them. So, guys, we're going to hang here with the cameras. We're going to lose the audio. I apologize.